President Donald Trump blasted Twitter for allowing the Taliban to continue operating on the platform in the wake of its takeover in Afghanistan, even as he remains permanently banned from Twitter. Well, put like that, it does seem a little extraordinary. Twitter is the only significant social media platform not to have banned the Taliban, with senior members of the organisation boasting more than 1 million followers between them. Unlike Facebook and YouTube, Twitter said it would not bar Taliban members unless they were found to be glorifying or promoting violence or So it's just a real sentence. If it turns out they're bad people, then we might ban them. Glorifying or promoting violence or expressing hate against a person or group. Yes, let's have a look at the evidence here. So why was Trump banned but not the Taliban? Yar Cohen is a social media lawyer. Yar, good afternoon to you.
Hey.
How are you, sir?
Excellent. Very, very good. You know, it's extraordinary when you think about the January the 6th events. All in all, there was as a result of the riots in the Capitol, one individual got killed, not from natural causes, but got killed, and that individual was one of the rioters who was unarmed and got shot by Capitol Hill police, and for this reason, Donald Trump got banned from social media altogether, while still acting as the president of the United States.
Yeah.
When you compare this, say, with 9/11, 9/11 had caused immediately 3,000 deaths. Around 6,000 people got seriously injured. And since the 9/11, influenced or directed by the Taliban and Al-Qaeda, we don't know how many people got killed and murdered, perhaps tens of thousands, maybe the number is higher. So that calls into question, really, the motivations or the motives behind the banning of Donald Trump in the first place. Because it seems that the guy isn't that dangerous, compared to the Al-Qaeda people and ideology.
I guess the Twitter argument seems to be that they're only bothered about what is said on Twitter. And on Twitter, they believe the former president was saying things that was tantamount to incitement, whereas the Taliban have played it very carefully, and we might not like the cut of their jib, as we say over here, but they certainly haven't breached any Twitter rules.
That's very interesting, because when you actually listen to what Donald Trump have said, he, it's open to interpretation, but he certainly never called to kill anyone or to burn any houses,
yeah,
or to do anything like that. Very interestingly, recently Donald Trump filed a lawsuit against Twitter. And in his lawsuit, he claims that Twitter has breached Donald Trump's right to free speech under the American Constitution. And the counter argument, of course, hey, Twitter is a private organization, and the American Constitution only says that a Congress shall not create any laws that bar free speech. And what Donald Trump is saying in his legal argument, which is very interesting, and perhaps got some merits there, he's saying Twitter is in fact an agent of Congress. And the way he explained this is this: he says that members of Congress effectively almost forced Twitter to ban him, because they say to Twitter, look, if you're not going to ban Donald Trump, we are going to remove certain privileges that you have, such as immunity for prosecution and so on and so forth. So what Trump is saying that the Democratic Party is effectively using Twitter, Google, and Facebook, as the argument goes, as their agent to hinder free speech.
I was just going to add to that, that I guess the problem is that all of these companies will say, well, you can intellectualize this as much as you like, but we're private companies and we can do what the heck we like.
Well, I think the court is going to have to decide and will decide on this. And my guess is the case is going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. Will decide whether those companies are effectively an agent of the government, because when you look at, say, Twitter fact-checking process, when say, we fact-checked and we decided that you are posting misinformation and therefore confusing the public. How does Twitter actually decide who posts misinformation or
Sure.
wrong information misleading the public? What they do, they rely on government sources. So they rely on, say, the World Health Organization in the case of the coronavirus, or other government organization. What Donald Trump is saying, you are banning me because certain people in Congress, certain people in government told you that I should be banned, and therefore you are acting as agent of the government, which actually what is happening now with Al Qaeda seems to strengthen his argument, in my view.
Absolutely. Yar, thank you. Yar Cohen, social media lawyer. I mean, it's spot on stuff. It was